Welcome to Educon. In this tutorial, we will be learning about cell. This chapter is from NCERT Class 11 Biology Textbook. So, this video will be helpful for those who are appearing for Class 11, who are studying in Class 11, and also who are appearing for NEET exam. So, let's go into the class. Cell, unit of life. What is cell? Cell is nothing but structural and functional unit of structural and functional unit of life. Structural and also functional unit of life. Now, before going to the class, we'll just observe around us. When you see around you, you see lot of living things and also non-living things. Living things examples you can take animals, plants and humans, even microorganisms, because we can't see it with our naked eye. And non-living things, we can take any examples like a door, wall or chair, anything. These are non-living things. So based on this, again the organisms are classified in unicellular or single cellular. Single cellular and multicellular organisms. In single cellular organisms, we have examples such as bacteria. Here you can take plants, animals, fungi. Okay. In single cellular organisms, how you can define the function of cell? Here in bacteria, consider this is a single cellular organism. Bacteria, when we say that this is a single cellular organisms, means it has to perform essential functions for the cell to keep it alive, and also independent existence. These both things are most important for unicellular because they need to perform certain functions inside the cell, like when, for example, when you consider human, for us to consider living and for our development, for our growth, we are breathing air, we are taking food, and the food is breaking down and the food is giving energy and so on. The nutrients are supplied in our body. This is how it happens. So same it has to happen inside a single cellular, then only it will be called as a cell. In multicellular, different cells perform different functions and lead the growth of the organism. So what we studied? We studied cell is a structural and functional unit of life. Okay, and again the organisms are classified in two types, that is unicellular or single cellular organisms or multicellular organisms. Now we will look into the history of the cell discovery. Anton von Leeuwenhoek first saw and observed a live cell. He is the first scientist who observed and saw a live cell. Later, Robert Brown is another scientist who discovered nucleus. As you might have known in your in earlier classes, every cell consists of a nucleus. Okay, so nucleus was discovered by Robert Brown, whereas the live cell first saw and observed by a scientist. His name is Anton von Leeuwenhoek. Okay, remember these names. Now we will go for cell theory. Cell theory. In 1838, a German botanist, Matthias Schleiden, he observed different types of plants and found the plant tissue is made of different kind of cells, that is plant cells. So as he is a botanist, he observed different kind of cells in plant tissues. During the same time, around 1839, a British zoologist, his name is Theodore Schwann, he observed cells in animals and found each cell is having outer thin layer called, which is today known as plasma membrane. So what here in 1838, a German botanist called Matthias Schleiden, he observed different types of plants and found that the plant tissue is made of different types of cells. During the same time, another British zoologist in the year 1839, Theodore Schwann, he observed in animals and found that all animal cells does have a unique layer outside, which is today known as plasma membrane. And Schwann is the scientist who first identified that the presence of cell wall in plant cell is a unique character in plants. He identified a cell wall in plant cell which is not found in animal cells. So cell theory is understood by two factors. One is all living organisms are composed of cells and product of cells. All living organisms composed of cells and products of cells. Another is all cells arise from pre-existing cells. Cells arise from pre-existing cells. So here we conclude cell theory, which was concluded by Rudolf Virchow, that all cells arise from pre-existing cells, and also cells, all living organisms, they are composed of cells and product of cells.